Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're to our movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's on an island with me tonight? I got nothing better.
I am Joe Butler in the same kind of model that they use in every one of these podcasts.
I'm John, and it is way too early.
Fair.
I'm Mario from Biased Gaming, and I know it's not the right movie, but I think we're going to need a bigger boat, guys.
I'm Nate, and I lost my cool Hawaiian shirt because some dude ripped it off of me.
I love that shirt.
That shirt was cool. Like
I wanted him to wear it for the whole movie.
the like palm trees and the tiger. That shirt was cool.
Yeah. And when that zombie ripped it off of him, I was like, 2 out of 10. This movie sucks. Why even finish it?
We are here to talk about the last, so far, animated film of the Resident Evil franchise, Resident Evil Death Island, directed by Elchiro Hasumi, written by Makoto Fukami, I probably pronounced these wrong, and came out in 2023, which I had forgotten this movie was that old.
I didn't even know. I thought it was older than that.
I did
I was
too.
surprised seeing 2023 on there.
I thought it was 2024.
Well, this ends up having a couple of dire consequences. I say, as they very much tease this movie as the team getting back together, as in this is every mostly up-to-date Resident Evil protagonist being in the same movie. This also marks the end of Matt Mercer voicing Leon Kennedy for the last time. This is also his big hurrah that apparently he announced, because after this movie, Leon will permanently be voiced by his new voice actor for the remake.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder why they changed actors for.
Well, they're permanent. They're permanently on the remakes. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is also I'm a lore nut for Resident Evil. I love it. This is also the first time that Leon and Jill are ever on screen together.
Which is really cool.
It is
And
cool.
I believe Leon and Jill and Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
they've
Yeah, 'cause
never been on screen together either.
I mean, Jill's never been in a animated movie until this one, and we've had 3 others plus a show that no one, I don't think, wants to watch with me. So,
I mean, I'll watch it with you. I'm just going to hate talking.
I'll watch it again.
okay, then I guess we know what's happening later on this Spooktober.
yeah. I was gonna say nothing happens in that movie from what I've heard. That's the only reason why I'm like, I mean, if you want to.
Of course I did.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that when we get to that. I have issues.
But it was just weird to me. Like, weird that Jill's never really shown up, but also it's also weird that Jill's model, like I know we were joking in the chat, it's the same model from RE3, which this takes place in 2015, 2016. RE3 takes place in 98, right?
There is a reason for that. I think it's kind of, so. What happened to her in RE5 has stopped her aging, so she no longer physically on the outside ages.
They explain it away, I don't know if they say it in the movie or not, but
They don't.
I heard it's like
It's in an interview because I posted it. They did have concept art of her having blonde-ish hair going back to normal, but they decided to scrap that and just use the RE3 model. Technically, to date, there is no female Resident Evil protagonist that has not been infected, because Jill has been infected from RE5. Claire is technically been infected from Revelations 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Jill was infected in RE3. That's right. That's why she's double infected in RE5. Rebecca is also infected in the last Resident Evil movie. And Ada is always been infected. I think Dark Side Chronicles confirms that.
I need to play those.
If not, she's been infected in Remake 4.
Okay. I guess they just like to infect women in the series.
You gotta keep them young, man. Y'all gotta be hot and 30 forever.
I mean, look at Sherry in Resident Evil 6.
Sherry also infected. Thank you for reminding me.
Sheva was never infected, right?
No.
Yet.
Yeah.
Sheva's not in this game. Like, there's in this movie, because there's a comment where someone's like, you lose all your partners, Chris. And I'm like, Sheva's not dead.
Right. That's what I thought, too. I was like, Sheva lived at the end of 5.
Jill's also not dead.
Yeah, Jill is also not
I mean,
dead.
but to be fair, Jill got brainwashed at one point under his watch.
Well,
So,
Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't really his fault, you know?
yeah, she did commit seppuku. She did try to grab Wesker by the butthole.
Yeah.
Mario, what are you saying? I think you.
No, I'm like,
might.
what he's saying is right. Like, it wasn't really under his watch. She did try to sacrifice herself, like he was saying. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that swan dive was great, though.
It was just funny to me how upset he got over that, and I'm like, Jill's, like you were saying, Jill's alive. The only guy who died under his watch is Piers.
And his entire team from the beginning of 6.
And his entire team in the
Start of
DLC
Vendetta.
for 7. Oh, and
And,
Vendetta,
and everybody who fought with him and Sheva in 5.
yeah.
But to be fair, 7 hasn't happened in this timeline.
And some team members in Village.
Yes.
Village is also not happening yet in this timeline.
I think
No,
this
this
is right
is-
before 7.
Yeah, this is right after 6, but before 7. I was
So
looking it up.
There's like some argument of like, and I think it will be a kind of telling when 9 comes out if Leon and Claire are in that, like everybody keeps thinking they're going to be. Like, this might be part of the semi-rebooted timeline because like everything still happens to 7. It's just the fact that we haven't got 5 and 6 of the new remake canon yet.
Oh.
6 is never getting a remake as far as I know.
Bye then.
5
I
needs
have
a
to-
remake. Yeah.
I would like 6 is the remake I'm waiting for. Like they have to do it if they're doing this new story, and I don't know what they do. Like I have
no,
to see
hang on,
what
no.
they do.
You could technically just stop remaking at 5 and then remake. Then 6 can, because it's very there and not there a lot, so you could just not need to remake 6 actually. Although I do love 6. Where the hell is Jake at?
And Sherry.
I don't
Look,
need
we-
Jake, but I'll take Sherry. But
We
I mean,
You can't
One-
reach perfection, so they would never touch 6.
we're talking about 6 next
Jake-
year. I'm going to make
Jake
it
is
happen finally.
like Jake and Sherry's chapter is like the best part of that game.
to be fair, we were supposed to get Jake for 7 and everyone hated 6, so that's why we got the reboot.
Everyone's wrong.
I mean,
I
sounds good.
I
But
I like 6. 6 is a fun game, and the story is like really dumb, but it's a really fun game to play co-op. That game is a blast co-op,
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
except for Ada's because the co-op was added haphazardly, and Ada's campaign in 6 co-op kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it was still fun being the agent stopping from the person who played Ada to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You shot them, you'd knock them down for realsies. I'm like, yeah, every time piss off my best friend.
so I was a little surprised at this movie because this movie is actually really good. Like I wasn't expecting that actually. I had heard this movie was decent, but this is actually a pretty fun film. Like someone made a joke in the chat before this recording, like how is the Avengers of Resident Evil because it gets together everybody. Like that was really nice, but there's no Barry.
Barry
Oh,
was
but-
never a main character until Revelations 2, but even then, that's still not a mainline story.
No, but still, just have Barry anyway. Like just like in the old ad for Resident Evil 2 back in like GamePro or something. Where's Barry?
I love Barry.
But no, you have Leon, Claire, you have Rebecca, finally, you have Chris, Jill, like, it's really nice to have everybody together, and you get fucking zombies again, so that was also nice.
But
And you get the aquatic creatures.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, you
those are
get-
cool.
Yeah.
you get the best thing that I keep talking about that they shouldn't have shit the bed. At the beginning of the movie, we go back to Raccoon City for like the 15th time.
Well, okay, that scene is actually really, really good. I forgot about that because I'm watching the movie as we're talking. Like, seeing those guys go to for the Umbrella people, they're like, we're only here to pick up Umbrella executives and politicians, no civilians. And I just started laughing. I'm like, did this take place in 2025? Huh. Guess what would happen now?
Oh, that's initially kind of what
Yeah, what they were
Carlos
doing.
and Disney were supposed to be doing in 3.
Yeah. I mean, it isn't the government. It's they're working for a company that caused the outbreak, but still a company. So, I don't know, it was just like, I liked it that's where this villain in this movie comes from, is he was part of that team, and then he had to kill his best friend, so now he wants to kill everybody, I guess?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Which is stupid, but it's Resident Evil. I don't come here for a grade A motivations.
Like
I still enjoyed it.
we have to go back to Raccoon City because everybody loves Raccoon City, even though we can't have another single game. Well, actually, they're back because 9. We go back to it in 9 now. But I've always thought that they've shit the bed, like blowing up Raccoon City, and it with all the remakes we've been getting recently. Outbreak, and they all the games have not been good with online stuff either. And everyone keeps saying just make us Outbreak on like remake and we'll be fine. So kind of still hoping we get that at some point.
I still need to cover Outbreak 2.
The Outbreaks are the only ones that I've not played.
They're hard.
Outbreak 1
Very
is a good game. actually. Also on this podcast.
I take that back. I've not played. I started Code Veronica. I do not like that game. I've made it like an hour, and I was like, nope, done. Moving on to 4.
It's a really hard game.
Good news, everyone. That's the next in the remake. So
That should have been remake before 4 and 5. So hey.
There was honestly like a part of me that was kind of thinking, like, what if they like combined Code Veronica and 6?
They take place
Like-
at way different times.
I know, but like change,
Okay.
just do a completely new story, like, but still have it be Code Veronica. Like, have like I always thought that could have been interesting. Like,
they might, because technically the only thing that really matters in Code Veronica is the part where like Chris fights Wesker, and that's it.
What about Steve?
And the T Veronica virus.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
can you forget Steve?
Because of
Birdseye
I
Joe?
and the Wesker family that they kind of find out about.
Oh yeah.
So Death Island. I mean, I was a little. I mean, I think I would have rather had Jill look a little older, or at least it's a dumb complaint, and I'm gonna bring it up again. But like the fact that she's the RE3 model, and like RE5 happened, and RE5 is at least a few years after 3. She would be a little different, but they're like, we already have this model. Just use this one.
Like, keep
Yeah, it doesn't look like a movie.
the model being the same is not the problem. She should have different clothes. I think it's the clothes.
Yes, that too.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't really like that model. I think that's maybe her best look, but they should have had different clothes.
Yeah, why
Like-
is she wearing like the RE3 clothes? Like she got massacred by a fucking tyrant, and she's like, I'm gonna wear the same outfit.
She's also like wearing I think the other part too is she's wearing the exact same outfit as well. It's like you're telling it. She's wearing the same necklace, which is even weirder.
Not when you think about how the fact that like we already have this here. Let's just use this.
Yeah, I know that's the point I'm getting at too. Like they really could have done something different and chose not to.
money,
But,
money, money.
Yeah, I didn't know where this took place in the timeline until Chris was talking about her being brainwashed, and I was like, well, why is she from 1998? Like,
And don't forget the part where Chris has to talk about Piers. He died.
oh yeah,
Oh my
Chris
god,
is gay, so I mean, he's got to have that point.
You know, when you say that now, and I think about your room, knowing that there's a giant flag behind you that says Chris Redfield is gay, it makes me laugh even more now. For those that can't see, because we're not on camera, Joe has a giant flag behind him.
He
Oh,
is
that's
gay. Chris Redfield is gay.
I support that.
I like seeing. I mean, Chris looked different. Leon, it was really. I really like seeing Leon in this stuff. I really do. And seeing Jill being a badass, because like even when you're first introduced to her, she's off kicking it, going off on her own. Like it really was good to see Jill again, because we haven't had Jill for a bit.
I'll say we also have a concurrent story because the chick from RE Vendetta pops up again. Because remember, Mike,
Yes,
she didn't die, and I told you that was important.
I vaguely remembered it, and I had to look it up because the memory was very vague. I mean, Spinny, we did Vendetta last year.
The best
didn't-
RE movie.
I think this one might be better.
This is the first Resident Evil animated movie I watched, so I was like kind of lost on that, which is fine. That's my fault, but
The breakdown is Leon fought people in another movie, and then
In a hallway in a skyscraper with a motorcycle.
yes,
Yeah.
and he killed her father.
He basically
With
went
a
full.
freaking-
He went full John Wick.
A railgun? Yeah, railgun.
Rogan.
That's all you need to know. I mean, and she doesn't die, but she's infected. So that's why she's like super powerful.
so I thought it was BM on Leon's part after she died when he went, "Now you can be with your dad." It's like that's rude.
I mean, her dad did morph into a giant monster, so I don't think he was going to be okay anyway.
I mean, he also tried to steal Rebecca, so
Oh yeah, Rebecca was in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Rebecca aged,
Mhm.
so Rebecca was allowed to age a little bit in this.
Well, the whole
Nice.
ages of like the entire Resident Evil crew, their ages are all dumb
Over.
anyway. Because if you look into like their history, like Chris and Jill and Barry were doing stuff like 14. Like Chris was in like the Air Force at 14.
yeah.
'Cause that
He
happens.
was like one of the most decorated Air Force, like before almost he could drive. Idiotic, and I love it.
I mean, that's Resident Evil for you. I do love it too. I do love Resident Evil. But no, besides the ages, get over that. Like, I don't mind oh yeah, I forgot to say the plot of this movie. I forgot we do that on this podcast. Oops, there's no Ken to remind me. So I'll do the plot. Due to outbreaks happening and people being infected, and thanks to Rebecca, who finally gets to be back on the team again in these animated movies, we have found out that it's coming. All of them went to Alcatraz Island. So we're going to get the team back together, and we're going to assemble the RE Avengers so we can stop this madness of somebody is doing something on the island. There you go. Not as good as Ken's. I also don't write mine down and forgot we do that in this podcast. So there's also that too.
So I still think it's a missed opportunity of calling the movie Resident Evil The Rock, but that's just me. It should have been Resident Evil The Rock.
This movie also brings up a funny point that it wasn't like in 2023 wasn't a thing. Because like when they go to Alcatraz and you see how old and fucked up that place is, and how they're like, yeah, there's all these tunnels underneath because they're for it used to be a fort. And I'm like, oh yeah, somebody wants to turn this back into a prison again because they're a fucking dumbass. And I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't work. That movie kind of taught me that too, seeing how run down Alcatraz is in this movie, which is not unrealistic to what happens when you build, a fort from the 17 or 1800s on a fucking in the ocean. Like, it's not going to be okay. Funny thing that did not matter to this movie at the time for me. I mean, it's cool having Alcatraz. I mean, you are right, John. Having it be The Rock would have been funnier, and they did miss an opportunity, but maybe they were worried about, somebody being like, we're going to sue you now. I don't know if they could, but who knows? People sue for dumb shit in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I don't think they say it very well. Do they say if Jill's still into BSAA in this movie?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be on, I guess, technically mental leave, which is why Chris bitched at her at the beginning of the movie when she went on an assignment and without backup, because she's still technically recovering from the brainwashing. And that's also kind of why Rebecca did state it to him earlier. That's why she's so mad and blames herself, and that's like no matter what everyone else thinks.
I mean, it's a good point. Like, it's a good scene to kind of show like what Jill went through after 5 and the PTSD of what Wesker did to her. I do like that they worked that in here. Because we haven't had Jill since RE5. Because she's not in 6, she's not in 7.
Well, as a main character, we haven't had Jill since Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
As a lead. But like there would have been a simple way to fix the whole aging thing too. Just add 1 little or 3 little strands of blonde, like fading blonde.
Like Black Widow from
Yes.
Endgame.
Lightly. Just lightly lighten it. It would have signified, oh, her hair's lighter than it normally is.
So I just looked it up. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to keep complaining. You go. You probably have a more important thing to say than me.
RE5 takes place in 2009, and Death Island takes place in 2015.
Yeah, so
I don't feel
So there's quite a jump there for Claire. Like, it's like 6 years.
yeah, so that's also kind of weird for Chris to be like, what do you mean you're back? You're supposed to be on leave. It's like, dude, you put her on leave for 3 years. It's kind of a hot minute, dude.
I mean, Chris is kind
I'm
of an
guessing
asshole.
probably like some quarantine time to figure out what virus she had. But
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Or if it's still... did she have a virus? No,
She's always had the T virus. She had the T nemesis virus. She got the vaccine, but she's still infected with it, which is why she was susceptible, easier for experimentation.
Yeah, plus, isn't it like the chest piece thing in 5 that is what's corrupting her?
That has to do with the Ouroboros and mixture of I think it was the progenitor virus that did the mind control part of it too.
I think so.
Because the little thingy on her chest would routinely inject stuff into her.
This is why I need to replay 5.
Yeah.
I have no memory of this. I mean, we are replaying 5 this year, so it's already... What?
I said it's a good game despite what Kobe says.
Oh, Colby's not a big fan of Resident Evil, I don't think. So, in general.
It's okay. We're what is it? We're doing 5, and I'm like, oh, 5's okay. I'm still not looking forward to whenever we do 0.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
I've never played
You act like
0.
we're doing 0.
I'm fine with that. I fucking hate 0.
I need to do 0, but then some guy in this group named Nate posted how terrible he had a time with 0, and I went, you know what? I just got all of a sudden way less interested in ever covering it.
I was about to say, I first played through it this year, and it sucked.
I can't play 0 because I still have not been able to find a mod to take the spiders in.
That's
fair.
Fair.
There's a mod that does that for remake, but I have not found one for 0.
I get that. I mean, I I do want to talk about like the Alcatraz and how they go to Alcatraz Island, and I like how at first they show up as like tourists, but then the villain knows who they are, which again makes perfect sense. These are people who have fucking like murdered, multiple warlords who tried to, end virus things. Like it makes sense that he knows exactly who they are. They're not exactly, like they would be well known in this world. So I thought that was a cool touch.
I was laughing when I think it's Claire showing the map of the islands, and she was like, "Yeah, there's this island over here," and I was like, "That's Alcatraz. Say Alcatraz." Like,
You know,
I mean, they wouldn't know what Alcatraz is. Not like it's a hidden thing in this world.
well, it turned out she was talking about the islands around Alcatraz. But I was
okay,
just like, I thought they were trying to be coy, and be like, "Oh, it's this group of islands that nobody's heard about." And I'm like, it's clearly labeled Alcatraz. Like
The Alcatraz Archipelago.
Yeah, I mean,
my favorite part is we see the villain for the first time, and he's talking about, because you're not, I don't think you're supposed to exactly know who it is yet until like, because I think you're supposed to like not be sure who like survived in that beginning part. But I think my favorite moment is he's like, not only do I have this cane, I also have a revolver that I do Russian roulette on every time. And I'm like, man, this movie would be over sooner if he got that headshot in the first shot of this fucking movie.
I mean, I was thinking about that. Like, how often does he play Russian roulette? Because the odds, it's 1 in 6. Sooner or later, those odds are not going to work in your favor.
But he likes to play with danger because he was forced to play with danger when he went to Raccoon City.
I mean, he'd still be dead sooner than later. Because
Yeah.
1 in 6 are not good odds when it comes to bullet go into brain.
what irritated me the most about that is every time he wants to play Russian roulette, like he loads all the bullets into the gun, and then when he wants to play, he unloads them. I'm like, just keep one bullet on you, dude. Like, you don't need to carry around 6 bullets if you're never going to use them.
But if the zombies came to life, he might need the other 5 bullets. If the zombies escape, but he has.
They would have had something like at the beginning of the movie where he had that revolver and he had to use that to kill his friend, but he only had 1 bullet in it, and it just happened like maybe it got like knocked down. It had 1 bullet, or like they got knocked out of it somehow. 1 bullet in, he just aims it toward the dude and shoots, and that would have been a like, this is why he does the Russian roulette, because it was the lucky chance he had that killed his friend.
That would have been actually worked out as a good concept for this movie that they didn't go with.
Yeah.
I've always kind of wondered, like, that would have been interesting. Is like, well, that's why he does Russian roulette, because it was literally Russian roulette that killed his friend.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, plus it's also good, but I also low-key kind of like the moment of him, what is it? I'm trying to think of the words. It shows when after his friend does die and he runs out of ammo, so he has to beat him to death with like a fucking toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a little fucked up.
A little rough.
Yeah. I thought, every time he tapped his cane, I was like, oh yeah, that's going to come back to him having to kill his friend. But I thought it was going to be a pistol, because of how like slow it was tapping. But the toolbox scene was
Not what you saw coming, huh?
not what I thought was going to be why he tapped his cane like that every time.
Why was he tapping his cane?
It was him beating his friend to death.
Oh,
Yeah. It was like
man, he need to get over that. I mean, I get it. It must be, but that was like, I mean, how many years ago? Like fucking
Like 30.
it was the 90s, man.
It's time to let it go.
It would have been 20 years.
I did like how at the end Jill was like, "You're gonna kill everyone because you had to kill your best friend. Deal with it yourself."
Yeah.
That was good. Jill was
So
bringing some
good.
freaking, intelligence here that we needed. God, I like Jill. I also really like Claire. Claire makes me happy every time you get to see her in these things too, because they forgot about her in so many of the games, and yet, we get her back in these movies a lot.
I can't believe Claire's organization still exists even after it was proven that they were being run by a terrorist, like every other organization in Resident Evil.
I mean, in real life.
Yeah, it makes it even better when the tagline of Terra Save is because Terra does not always have to end in risk.
I thought
That was in Revelations,
I
right?
thought this took place before
Yes.
Revelations.
Nope. This
No.
was episode 6.
After Revelations.
Because Revelations 2 is revealed to take place like
Right before 6.
and right after 6, because
It's
the last scene of the movie is, or the last scene of the game is like as
Yeah,
Tokyo's being attacked, I believe, because she hears it on the radio as she's talking to Barry.
Yeah,
Also, at the end of the at the end of the Revelations 2, she does tell someone on the phone. She says, "Piers, take care of Chris," or something like that. She tells someone to take care of Chris.
That's
I
right.
don't know.
Okay.
yes, yeah.
How you
So,
know
like,
it's during sex.
This movie is the most up-to-date timeline before 7, I believe. Then,
Yeah, I think so.
yes,
Yeah.
before Chris becomes part of Neo Umbrella.
Blue Umbrella.
Blue. Yeah.
Blue Umbrella, yeah.
Well, I hope they make an animated movie now with Ethan, but like
Ethan.
all the shots of him, like his face is shrouded in darkness. So it's either like shots of his back or just like, and if he's in like, profile front facing, it's just his face is shrouded in darkness still.
But
Nah, mate, we need a movie of the daughter, like, because I still want to know what the end of that game means, because it drives me crazy.
I think we're gonna get some stuff in 9, actually.
that's
And I
also
think-
another reason why we're starting to move through this. I need to move through this series a little faster because I haven't played 8 and I want to, but I probably won't until we get there. I get there with the show, so I'm like, yeah, I need to start moving along.
No one spoil 8.
That's also why I said that comment just now. So, because I'm behind on what 8 came out how many years ago now?
Okay.
That was 21.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I need to get off my ass and play it. So I know that
I'm-
I've just been lazy.
I still think the theory's right that they're gonna do. My theory is right. They're gonna do the next few games about the kids instead of it being the old veterans like Chris, Trill, and Claire. Because now with Requiem coming out, we have another descendant of a character with ties to viral infection. Because Jake, we got Sherry, we got Rose, and we got the new chick from Requiem.
And then if you also want to be kind of technical about it, which is they keep leaving open-ended stuff because they want they want the RE series to continue going, which is fine.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do.
Because
Mhm.
technically at the end of Revelations 2, Natalia is still possessed by Alex Wesker, and then also we still don't know what the organization
And the DSO and the Conan O'Brien looking guy from Revelations 1.
Yeah, and then whatever organization the brother was working for in RE7. The
That's where
Brotherhood
the
or something
DSO
like that.
comes from. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot what the DSO was.
It's DSO, FBC, TerraSave, BSAA, and one more I'm forgetting.
Division of Security
Blue-
Operations. That's right.
Blue Umbrella?
Blue Umbrella. What the hell is FBC again?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
That's one of the main
What-
factions in Revelations.
What was it?
The
FBC?
The only FBC I know of is Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah.
Bioterrorism Commission.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
And whatever, like without spoiling anything, whatever the heck is going on with the BSAA in 8.
Yes.
Yep. That one I can't wait for.
Mike,
That one
have you played 7?
I played 7 before the podcast. 7 was
okay.
actually supposed to be on the show. Oh God, 2021, but shit happened and it never made it. But yeah,
Okay.
it was supposed to be on the show.
Okay.
Or
I was just
I think
curious.
2021. Yeah, it just didn't. Yeah, so it's been on one of those things that I've been meaning to do forever.
Right.
See, I thought the Cinderella.
She agrees. It should be on the show too, huh?
She drew a controller. She drew a PlayStation
Oh.
controller.
That's cute.
Because we're best gaming buddies.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
adorable. By the way, this is all state. So that's adorable. So in this movie, it was one thing that made me laugh is when the fucking YouTuber gets murdered. That made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
good.
Man,
Whoa,
people
these
like
beds
that, aren't they?
suck.
On YouTube, like I don't follow people like that, but I know they have to exist. I'm assuming. So, but it was fucking hilarious. Because I remember when we were watching Violent Night, really good movie. There's also like a YouTuber guy. He's like, it's your boys. I'm like, man, do people actually introduce themselves like that on YouTube? Okay. See, I couldn't do that bullshit because I would just feel too
Weird.
unrealistic. I try to just be me on these things for the most part. I don't try to play a character, but I guess, each their own. Hell, I know a pretty big TikToker who doesn't even show his face that my friend likes, and so each their own. I tell everyone my real name, and you can see my face. Like, hi, it's all there. You want it?
The only YouTuber I've consistently watched since like 2010, 2011 is Northern Lion. And that guy is he's just a person on the internet. Like, he doesn't play a character. That's like,
Yeah, I think that's
he's
better sometimes.
But like before he became like a streamer full time, he'd always start every video with like, "Hey everybody!"
I think that's fine. I mean, I start my, these podcasts with, something like that. Like, I think that's fine. I think it's just the whole, like, it's your boy, like, that bullshit just gets to me. I don't know. That was just, I mean, again, it was on purpose in this movie because they murdered the guy within, 5 minutes within that scene, so.
Now, anytime I'm on an episode of Games My Mom Found, I'm going to say, "Hey everybody, it's your boy."
But will you remember to?
No.
Okay, see? I mean, you're welcome to.
No, just make that your Discord opener, like when the call starts. Just like,
Don't give him ideas. Joe already does it enough for me.
I'm going to start having all business meetings in Discord. Like, the quarter profits were down. And I'm like, "Everybody, it's your boy."
Okay, that was funny. So, I do want to talk about a little bit the scene when Jill and Leon meet for the first time. I like that the movie also knows, they're like, he's like, you're Jill. She's like, you're Leon. It's just really funny. Like, they knew who each other are, and they meet in a fucking sewer. It just seems fitting, also.
I think in canon they have met before, but this is the first time we see it on screen.
Yeah, she threw a toy gun in his head.
In what?
That's right.
Raccoon City.
Yeah.
In the diner. When she was making fun of Wesker.
Oh,
Oh
It's Jill's sandwich, remember?
no, that's not canon.
Yes, it is.
it's not
The,
canon in this universe, sir. That is a movie that we have not covered yet.
The
Doesn't Claire send an email to Jill to get a hold of Leon, to get a hold of Chris and Code Veronica?
Yes, I think he's right. I
Claire's-
can't remember the exact, but yeah, I think he's right.
She sent
Claire's-
she sent an email to Jill, I believe. I can't remember if she had Jill get a hold of Leon.
Claire got a hold of Leon, who got a hold of Jill. Not Jill. Claire got a hold of Leon, who got a hold of Chris. That's
No,
what
I
it
got
was.
one of them got a hold of Hunnigan to get a hold of Leon.
Hunnigan didn't get created till 4.
Yeah.
Hunnigan
So-
wouldn't have been around to 4.
Yeah, she's
And
her first
Code
creation was
Veronica-
4.
They also, the way they work too, technically, the government outsources the BSAA to help them with stuff. So that's how I guess they would know each other. So I assume
Yeah,
Leon's
fair.
seen pictures of Jill at least, and vice versa.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
Yeah.
Here it is. Claire did not message Leon to get Jill to find Chris. In Resident Evil Code Veronica, Claire finds her brother's location and instead messages Leon asking him to get a rescue message to Chris.
Okay.
okay. Which also makes sense because Claire had worked with Leon in the game before. There's that also. Yeah, we went on a lot about that. I do want to say the sewer scene is really cool. Like, I liked seeing Lickers again, and seeing them both fight Lickers I thought was a nice touch.
And they have
So they
tails now,
both-
too.
I also want another game with Jill now, even more. We're not going to get that, but I want that.
Yeah. I think it's time for another Revelations game. Like, I like the Revelations games a lot.
Me too.
Like do a Jill and Claire Revelations game.
Or a
We-
Jill and Leon Revelations game.
Well, we were supposed to
Darkside
get
Chronicles.
we were supposed to
True.
get 3 Revelations games already, but what is it? Technically 7 was supposed to be Revelations 3, and then they swapped that. Yeah, and then 8 was supposed to be Revelations 3. I think we still have one on the table, but I think the main character for that's supposed to be Rebecca.
I mean, that'd be nice. Rebecca needs another
Rebecca,
game.
Claire, Jill.
That'd be cool.
As long as she has her moveset from Resident Evil 5, I'll be happy.
And I do want to say the concept of him having drone mosquitoes is actually a pretty cool concept. I did like it. Like, that's how he's injecting the virus is through essentially mosquitoes. And I'm like, smart.
Isn't that also the plot to House of the Dead too?
I don't remember. I don't know the plot of House of the Dead.
Game.
Any of them.
The movie, the live action
No.
movie.
Oh, God, I don't want to know
That's
the
what
plot
it
of
is.
that. I didn't even know it existed, and I'm
Oh,
upset that you
that
told me it
one.
does now.
That one, Sid Haig got the body of the surviving chick from the first movie. And then an outbreak happened on a campus, and there is a part where the guy from a Power Ranger gets infected by a mosquito bite with a zombie blood, but that's about it. Doesn't go anywhere from there.
Okay.
Don't watch those movies. I've only ever seen part of the first one.
Watch
It was
'cause it's so stupid that it's
Oh.
fun to the point where the main female lead, her name is Nightingale, like as a parody to Jill Valentine, and their whole story to it is ridiculous. But still, watch it; it's fun.
At the end of this movie, if we can talk about that, when they're all like kind of sitting there talking and they're waiting, which you find out they're waiting for helicopters. I thought it was going to be another tourist boat coming up. You know, they were just going to be like, "Hey, don't go to Alcatraz, man."
That's funny. I mean, that would have made sense.
I'm also a big fan of the guy becoming a big like shark monster, and they're like, "Hey, y'all want to see us use every weapon from every Resident Evil game ever?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, movie." It's like, "All right, cool."
Oh, that money shot with Claire and Rebecca sliding across the tentacles while the other two are freaking running towards it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
big Avenger scene.
Yeah,
The big Avengers, yeah.
That was a good scene.
Isn't the
Oh, it's your lineup scene. There you go.
Isn't that the same rocket launcher? Like the 4-barrel rocket launcher isn't the same one he used in the end of 1?
yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, this movie felt like a love letter to, and that was nice.
Down to the fact that after using the railgun, Leon fires like some pistol bullets, and I was like, "That's me," because I used all my good ammo, and now I'm just like using all my weak guns trying to finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the gun that Jill uses to almost kill that creature, isn't that close to what she uses in RE3 to kill Nemesis?
Yep.
I've
Okay.
it's like the same one. Oh.
It looks different, but it's the same principle. Like the one from remake is like way longer. It's way bigger. This is a miniaturized version, which 20 years they would have probably made it smaller. Runs off a generator.
It was so cool though, like that, just to have those little throwbacks and to give Jill like, hey, we know we forgot about Jill for the last 5 games, but here you go, we'll make a reference to what she did in the game once. So I was okay. I liked it. It just made this whole movie made me smile. Actually, like I really enjoyed this film. Like this is a fun hour and a half, and I was unsure because the other anime movies are all fine, even Damnation, which is the worst of the 4. Like they're all fine, they're all fun, but this one just really kind of hit a sweet spot for me. What they do. I mean, I think the plot actually makes sense that the guy wanting to release mosquito drones. I mean, I don't think the idea makes sense where he just wants to kill everybody because he had to kill his friend, but whatever. I mean, people do dumb things for many reasons, so.
Specifically in the Resident Evil series.
Yes, but I was also in real life, too, so. No, some people become a spy for Russia just because they had to declare bankruptcy 6 times and no banks will give them any money. I mean, people do dumb shit for dumb reasons.
I don't know what you're referencing.
They just
That's okay. I'm not going to go find
every villain decides to turn themselves into a giant monster with no way back, which I don't know, seems like it might be a bad way to go, but who am I to say?
But Mike, I like Damnation more than Vendetta.
Damnation, I agree with Mike.
It's the one.
Dude, Flicker's fighting tyrants. Come on.
Okay, I mean, it was fine. I don't remember it very well. Okay, to be fair, when I watched Damnation, I had pink eye, I was suffering, I had to call into work that day, so that could be coloring my opinion with Vendetta. I was so in much pain watching that movie, so I could record about it.
But that's also the first time you see Resident Evil 6 too. At the end of that movie.
Okay.
They do.
I need to rewatch that movie.
To be fair,
when I'm not suffering.
Better than Vendetta, I'll give you that much.
But they also learn their lesson in each movie. They make these movies more and more fun with each movie. So to be fair, they super backpedaled on the Netflix one, but that can be ignored. That was only made because they were excited about making the remakes. But also, one thing that before we wrap all this up, I think one thing that is funny throughout this movie, Blair, also on the show a lot, made a comment about it, and I agree with him a while back, where they tease in the movie that this might be the first time a Resident Evil character might die, and no one dies in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, is that teased in the trailers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's just marketing, though. I don't know.
It kind of carries over into the movie itself when Rebecca goes, "I hope I made enough vaccines." And then she has 4 needles in there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you are right. They do make references to it, but I'm okay that. I mean, I didn't think it was going to die because these movies aren't
canon.
I mean, they're canon, but they're like, this is going to sound stupid, but I'm going to say anyway, like sub-canon, because when it comes to like Resident Evil, the main canon is always going to be the mainline video games. If you're going to kill one of your mainstays, it's going to be in the video game. It's not going to be in an animated movie that, 20% of your fan base is going to watch? I mean, we are watching it and we are covering it, yes, but then again, I am a special type of insane at times, so, like, not everyone's experienced it. I mean, it took me, I bought this movie on Amazon Prime because it's no longer on streaming. It used to be, but, again, that's going to affect people, because these movies these movies don't go on streaming a whole lot. As a guy who's has way too many streaming services, I seldom ever saw them available to stream. So that also cuts down the amount of people that are going to go out of their way to find this, because not everyone's going to spend $4 to rent this or $13 to buy it.
It is weird because I swear this movie was on Netflix. I remember them being
was.
like, yeah, and it's
It
not there
was.
anymore, which is weird.
No, it cycles out. All the CGI movies for Resident Evil cycle out every few months with Netflix.
Okay.
Because they
That
do
make-
own Infinite Darkness and the Resident Evil live action show. They do cycle through it every so often.
Okay, maybe I just don't notice it. I forget, yeah, they do own Infinite Darkness, which we will cover at some point because I just need to. Well, I mean, at some point it's probably going to be like this month because I need to just get it off my fucking list. So,
You should do the live action show too.
I mean, we did the show. It's on the
We did the
podcast.
live action show, yeah.
It was great.
I have
We
never
loved it.
watched that.
I liked it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I liked
It's
it.
fine.
Its
I'm
its
sorry,
issue
they did
is
it
it will never
bad.
get a season 2, and that's its issue right there.
Yeah.
And that's a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's a huge mistake.
I mean, it didn't deserve to be hated on the internet the way it was, but I
It
mean,
was
one, we're
beautiful
we're a
the way it
racist as fuck country, so. And we didn't know it as much back when that show came out, 2022? But in 2024, we found out that we're a really racist country still, so I'm only part of that.
But they're just going back to the roots of Resident Evil 5. That's why they're back there again.
But making Wesker a black actor, I think, was too much for a lot of people out there on the internet.
Sadly.
I'm sorry, Lance Reddick was perfect as Blake.
He was, but the internet is a bad place at times, and when you listen to the internet, like some companies do every so often, it usually doesn't turn out well, except in one simple case where Sonic got better. But other than that, like, it does not work out usually. So
But it did its job because it made me want some breadsticks. Not gonna lie.
What was up with a bunch of movies in like 2022, 23, where everyone was just like, let's go give Olive Garden. Like, this is the 5th movie telling me to go get Olive Garden. What the fuck is
Olive
going
Garden's-
on?
someone
Because they're
got
not-
smart in marketing and spent a lot of money on movies. Who knows?
Because when you're there, your family.
That's
Quote
not.
Big Bang Theory. That's why I don't want to go there.
That's not. Is that the tagline for Olive Garden?
It was,
It's
yes.
Sonic, and it's in the Sonic movie.
It's actually their tagline in
Yeah.
Olive Garden, or it was at least at one time.
Great, I want pasta.
Never been a big fan of Olive Garden.
Not that great.
Okay.
My wife keeps going there, and I just threw away some food from Olive Garden because I'm like, I just can't eat this. I just don't want this. So
Their menu's not big enough, in my personal opinion.
Not anymore. No.
no, I used to get their seafood Alfredo, and it's just not that good anymore. I don't know. Maybe my taste changed. I don't want. I like their soup, but that's about it.
Speaking of seafood, I really wasn't a fan of the final form.
Oh, the big shark.
Yeah, I didn't. It reminded me a little bit too much of Resident Evil 5, especially with the giant tentacles.
Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't mind it. I see where you're coming from. I don't remember RE5, but I see where you're coming from.
The weird drug dealer dude with the Miami Vice outfit, where he becomes like a giant shark piranha creature.
I vaguely know what you're talking about,
Aaron was
but
talking about you. All right.
I mean, I have played 5 once, but we sped run 5 with a friend who just was trying to help me beat it and get achievements, and we even watched all the cutscenes together because he kept skipping them because he already beat the game. So I have never played 5 since. I've never actually really played through 5 because that doesn't count. And he had the rocket launcher, so nothing lasted longer than seconds.
I'll play with you, Mike.
I don't play online, unfortunately. I mean, we can try Mario, but with my schedule, it might not happen. So we'll try though. But I still haven't even gotten RE5. Still weeks away for when I'm going to start that game. I have too many other games to play first in order. In this movie, you have Leon, Chris, and Claire all get infected by the mosquitoes. So I mean, nice little touch. So now everyone's been infected, even if they weren't before. I don't think Claire might have not been before.
Claire was. Oh wait, no. By that time, yeah, she was affected.
Oh yeah, Revelation 2, she was infected. We talked about that earlier. Chris, this might be his first time.
Yeah, it's Chris's first time.
Leon, he had a Las Plagas in him, so I mean, technically it wasn't a virus; it was a freaking parasite.
There was something I read or something I listened to where, if you really think about it, with the amount, if like even in the best case scenario on every single game, they're all infected by the end of the game, some way, somehow. A scratch, a bite, they all have some. Come on. The fact that they're healing themselves and having to eventually occasionally take the antiviral stuff. They're all infected some way, shape, or form.
Well,
From the very beginning.
the books cover that they are genetic freaks and that they've never been bitten or attacked or scratched.
Then I stand corrected.
The games have herbs for game mechanic.
Yeah, he's right. In the books, they dodge everything because I mean, technically, if you got scratched by one zombie, well, you're dead. So yeah. I mean, they do, like, the thing with the fish monster that they do, like, reference it ahead of time. Like, you see it when the tourist boat is going to the island in the earlier part of the movie. Like, they do make references to it that it's there. And I think it's cool when it finally pays off. I mean, it is kind of odd, like, where, like, his whole idea is like, okay, I'm going to infect myself, then drop into the water so the shark eats me. Like, it's dumb, but it's fine. But it is dumb.
It's very dumb.
But I didn't hate it.
I personally didn't see the logic behind it because either way,
It's Resident Evil.
yeah.
If you're looking for logic, Resident Evil, it's time to turn off the franchise.
I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't it work the same if whatever was infected in the ground ate anything else that was infected too?
But he
Wouldn't
needed
that-
the human body of the villain in order for it to happen. You know, that's how it
Yeah,
works in Resident
Really
Evil.
just copy and paste of Resident Evil Vendetta.
Shit, that does happen in Vendetta, doesn't it?
It does. It's just the one's in water, one's on top of a skyscraper or side of a skyscraper because it enters the guy's body. It's just
Vendetta's the third one, right? That dropped
Vendetta
the D.
is- Yes. That is the
Okay, Damnation is the one that I watched while I was
Damnation
insane.
is the one in Russia, my favorite one. Yes.
Okay. I actually own all 4 of these movies now. 3 I own on Blu-ray. The first one I actually bought on DVD the day it came out because I worked at Target. I'm kind of shocked that I own all these now.
They're good movies.
3 movies.
I don't buy movies that much. I'm starting to buy more now.
Buy more movies.
Nah.
Good. That's
I got rid of a bunch of movies at one point when I first moved to this house 5 years ago. So, but they weren't movies I cared about. So there was that. But
I mean.
we didn't talk about
picture
one
of
little
my
thing is
movie
when
shop.
Rebecca comes to the island and she comes with a crew and the whole crew just gets fucking murdered.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's all about
Those
the
guys
shark,
are
right?
red shirts.
I know.
I think the higher ups should literally look at them and say, "Hey, everyone else dies with you guys except for you guys. You guys should just stay a team." Because literally, anytime any one of them is in charge of people, 9 times out of 10, they all die. How do none of the higher ups see that as a thing, as a pattern? Because Chris, Jill, Leon, they've all had crews. Why wouldn't they? You would think, except for what they did in Revelations, that just keep them all as a group in their respective organizations instead of sending out other potential casualties.
That's because I think in also one of the other books or somewheres they're like, yeah, you ever see like Chris or someone work? They're like actual freaks who like are able to do stuff like this. So honestly, at this point, I don't even know why they even said teams. Just have them go it because I get the point in this one, which is kind of always one of my complaints, and they do fix it in at least one game. Obviously, Chris, Jill, and Claire are undercover, so they don't go with anything. But like in Revelations 2, when Barry goes to go save his daughter, he's completely like fucking he's strapped to the wazoo. Like same thing. Like you know these guys are going there. Just give them what they need, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, actually.
I guess they just had to find some way to bring Rebecca in, and they wanted more casualties. I don't know. It was. I mean, it made sense. I don't know why they didn't, go on the island once they got there and not try to fight a giant shark. But hey, I mean, it's military. I'll take it. I think anything else we should say about this movie? Oh, we didn't talk about like his whole plan. He has like giant things in the water that are raising drone mosquitoes for some reason. That's how that works because they're drones. So wouldn't they just be machines?
Liquors sprouting something growing on the inside because
Yeah, it's a weird concept. We also haven't talked about the doctor yet, who doesn't really have much to do here. Not doctor, but the professor that Leon is here to arrest that
The one who
made
calls-
the drones, I guess.
the one who calls Claire a terrorist,
Yes.
Yes.
even though the
Well,
war is not
that's
end with the wrist.
encouragement.
I mean, he's the one that's fucking created drones that are going to now try to kill the entire world. So, I mean, it's kind of... No, it was amusing. I mean, he goes nowhere. I didn't realize until way later in this movie that he was the guy that was the guy to play Russian roulette with, and he ran away. I mean, to be fair, he was about to be killed, so I'd run away too. I thought that was a fair statement. And he doesn't do a whole lot. He just gets killed, and he deserved it. Oh, even the whole concept when the villain is telling Jill, he's like, Claire's infected. She's going to kill that man. You could save her, but you could change it, but you won't do anything. It's just like, this guy is also, evil because he helped create... Who gives a fuck if he dies by his own creation? That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. But the fact he just shoots him, like, oh, yeah, you're too late.
I mean, I would say he was doing it to cover his tracks, but he really had no plan to ever actually, come out of this alive, I don't think. I think he always planned to die. I don't know, it's an odd villain, but then again, these movies always kind of have odd, they're one-off villains. They can't really do a whole lot otherwise.
And what's with the trench coat?
Trench coats are cool.
Seriously, everyone except for Arius has a trench coat.
Don't knock trench coats; they're cool.
I mean, I love them. I have my own, but it's not leather. But still, Wesker. This
Trench
guy.
coats are cool. That's
What's
all
his
I got.
name from Resistance.
I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a Wesker knockoff. All the other
The Resistance games or RE Resistance, that
RE
online
Resistance.
multiplayer thing that didn't last.
Hey, it's a fun game, but yes.
No, I heard decent things about it. I just know it didn't last. I never played it because, it's multiplayer.
it because it came with a bundle for 3, it basically bombed because it was a bundle and people thought it was going to be Outbreak when it was just a multiplayer thing.
Yeah, I mean, RE3 is a good game, the remake. It did not deserve, just because it's not as amazing as RE Remake 2, it's not a bad game. Maybe not $60 worth, but it's not a bad game.
No, I mean, it's not even, even though it's a short game, it's still not even a short game, because if you know what you're doing in the original, it can be just about the same length.
Yeah, I mean, I think people just... RE Remake 2 was such an amazing game that people expected the same thing all over again, and you didn't get that, so people had to get upset.
No, they also openly admit that they cut corners in 3. That's one thing that they admit after 3 came out. They're like, yeah, we outsourced it to a different company and told them just to we didn't very specifically keep an eye on it. So they said that that's not happening ever again, though. Thankfully,
the only unique thing they added for that game is in the RE2 demo, you can hear Nemesis, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They added a special little thing in the Resident Evil 2 demo. You can hear Nemesis in the background as Leon.
I think it's in the main game now. I think they just added it to the full game.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, they do happen at the same time, so you should.
Because 2 takes place a little bit before and a little bit after Jill gets knocked the fuck out.
2 takes place while Jill is knocked out, I think.
But
in RE2 Remake as well, they added a note you can find as Leon in Kendo's gun shop from Jill.
Yeah, that he left for Jill. And I need to say,
okay. I love it. I mean, Remake 2 is an amazing game. I never want to play it again in my life, but it was a great game.
Fair.
That game scared the fuck out of me when I played it.
As it should.
Remake
I also
1.
I just moved to my house at the time, and my house was mostly empty. I had my PS4 hooked up in my basement, which was mostly empty at the time. Unlike now, it's surrounded by black-eyed children. And I remember, I was just even extra terrified because I wasn't used to where I was living and sleeping. I remember I had a hard time sleeping multiple days because of that game. So
I was doing a hardcore run as Claire to get an S rank or an S plus. And there was in the hallway, there was that liquor, and I had just got the jack handle for the library, and I was waiting for Mr. X to show up, and he never did. And then as I was leaving, walking by the liquor, I pushed open the door, and that motherfucker was right there, and I screamed. I was so scared.
that is fair.
Did you do the
I have a
reverse thing?
video somewhere.
Go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I say that. Did you do the reverse thing instead of going down the hallway? You went to a different area that he pops up in? Because I tried that too, and I know that didn't work.
No, that run, I screamed and I started running, and then the liquor attacked me, and while I was recovering, Mr. X just punched me into oblivion, and I had to redo the whole 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, that would be upsetting. Also, did you wake the house when you screamed?
No, it was the middle of the day.
Oh, I'm surprised you played in the middle of the day. Okay.
speaking of waking up houses, do we remember when pre-order bonuses were a thing on consoles? Because I have a story about Resident Evil and making somebody crap their pants.
Sure.
So
Okay.
back right before Resident Evil 3 came out, the remake, I pre-ordered. Hang on, I pre-ordered it, and it came with a theme. And so back on the PS4, you could put the themes on it, and for mine, it came with the Resident Evil 3 theme. And when you start it up, it just makes this big-ass wong noise, and then the theme song kicks on. Sierra didn't know I pre-ordered it, and she wanted to play a game of her own. So she turned it on, and all I hear is, Mario! What the F did you do? I go, why? That TV scared the hell out of me! I hit on the door! All right, babe. You know I love you, but you talk crap about me all the time on the show. Now's my.
That's okay. She won't. She probably won't hear this, will she?
I know she won't, but still.
Yeah, she does, though, because she knows you will hear it.
I know.
You get no one to blame but yourself. You introduced her to us.
I know.
I mean, you did.
I know, but it's worth it.
It is. She's fun, and her and Tiff really like each other. So there's that too. All right. Now, one other random thing that I want to mention about this movie, because I'm rewatching it, is when Leon fights the woman from Vendetta. I do like that fight in the control room at one point. It's she grabs him with a cord, and when she pulls him over, in my head, I just heard, "Get over here." I can't be the only one that heard that, or thought that, I should say.
I did.
Which is I don't really play Mortal Kombat. That will forever live in my head. Yeah, and I guess the end of this movie is they all leave the island alive.
Yep.
And again, these movies really don't there can't be a whole lot of consequences. There can't be a whole lot of this is just them dealing with another random villain in their world, which
there's no real stakes.
And you can't, because this is not what people come to these movies for. If you had that, if you all of a sudden, like we were talking about earlier, killed somebody and then had, that be reflected in the game, people would be mad. So I think it makes sense. I can't argue with it. I mean, these movies are fun, and I think that's good enough. Good enough to me.
It's getting to the point where sometimes there's even some stuff in canon that they don't consider. I say just because there's I don't remember if it's a pre-order thing or something. I think in the beginning of RE8, you're able to read a report of everything that happens between RE7 and RE8, and they don't mention the DLC for RE7. Well, they don't mention
that's an option you can put that literally says the last time on, and then that's it.
No, in RE8 in the beginning you find a news article and it basically tells about everything, but at the end you find out it's being written by Zoe, but there's no mention of her being saved by her uncle in the DLC. So it's just funny that some people argue does the DLC also sometimes not matter, but I just think that they forget sometimes because it's Capcom.
Either forget or it's written before the DLC comes out or something.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, because you got to think about games are made so far in advance that, worked on for so many years. So, I mean, it's possible, that part was done by the time the DLC comes out or was even planned. I don't know. Kind of running out of things to say for this movie. You guys have any last things you want to say?
Not entirely. I think I pretty much get what it is.
I'm tired of Capcom treating Rebecca like she's not a good soldier, I guess. After playing Resident Evil 0, I'm yeah, she, stop giving her just run and go do this and not fight,
Yeah. I think we actually complained about that when we watched the movie, that she's the damsel in distress for
Vendetta?
the last third of that movie. Yeah, in Vendetta.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
She's wearing a literal damsel in distress outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a corpse's outfit, but still.
And I'm sure we'll complain about it again at some point too, so I'm sure it will happen again.
That's why I'm still hoping. I think in a different episode of the podcast, someone confirmed, or there's a rumor that the third Revelations got canceled. I'm still hoping exists because, like I said, they a lot of those leaks have been at least mostly true for the most part. So I'm at least hoping we do get a third Revelations game with Rebecca at some point.
I do too. I mean,
is that from the Nvidia leak, or was there a different leak?
There's leaks every month. 7 didn't get leaked very well. 8, they confirmed that there were werewolves and vampires. That ended up being true. The original theory was 9 was supposed to be in a undead city, but that ended up completely getting re-scrapped again because I think they decided to end 8 on the DLC instead. So that's why 9 is also different. But they have done that a lot because technically 7 was supposed to be about Jake in some town fighting, what are the frog people?
Sure, fuck. Hunters.
Yeah.
Unless you talk about the ones whose shells break in 6, then that's something else.
Yeah, no. At the end of
go ahead.
At the end of 7, it shows him fighting hunters, and that was supposed to be the idea. But apparently,
no, it's at the end of 6.
At the end of 6, my bad. Yeah,
They show India fighting those weird tanky things.
Yeah, we do need to replay 6.
Yeah, but
awesome. I'll join.
They said they scrapped that because it ended up becoming another Devil May Cry knockoff, so they went with a different direction for 7.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Give us an action Resident Evil Devil May Cry game. I'd play that.
Dude, yes. Please. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to go there. Anyways, so back to the
All right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box since we're meandering. And Mario, why don't you lead us in?
Sure. I will go and say this one for me is a shelf only because it's better than Vendetta.
And Nate.
I'd put it on the stack as the first animated Resident Evil movie I watched. It was pretty entertaining, and that's really all I want from a Resident Evil movie, I guess.
Fair enough. John.
I'll put it on the shelf. I like this movie. It's Resident Evil. I like all things Resident Evil, but this one's entertaining. I like the story. You finally get all the characters back together. It's probably the best of the animated movies. Yeah, I like this movie quite a bit.
Unfortunately, that is a true statement. I mean, not unfortunately because it's a good movie, but it is a true statement. And Joe.
I'd also put this on the shelf. I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, it goes into the whole concept of I think Capcom does better when they know what they have, and I think that them making these movies progressively a little bit goofier always helps. And I think whenever this came out, I don't think I wanted to wait for it to come out on Netflix, so I did rent it when it first came out too. So I had a good time with it too when I watched it. So definitely put it on the shelf.
All right, I'll go last. I'm going to put this on the shelf too. I had a good time. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I mean, I bought it and I'm actually happy I bought it. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. I always have access to this now. Will I watch it again? Yeah, maybe in the background someday. Like, if all four were like there, yeah, I could see myself in my random days of like where I'm editing. I just need background noise, putting this on and just, watching it while I edit, because I do that a lot. So, but I really had a good time, and it was a good movie. And as we kind of echoed already, and I've said before, I'll say it again, best of the four animated movies. So, and currently, as of 2025, we're recording this on September 6th, there is no plan that we know of for another one coming out. So, and I'm completely okay with that fact. Take that as you will. All right, I guess we should just go to plugs then. Nate, where can people find you at?
Hello. You can find me. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Everybody, it's your boy Nate. You can find me on TikTok at Nate Does Comedy 79. I've also started a new Blue Sky called Pallet Jacks in Gaming. I believe that is just the handle. But if you like seeing what games have pallet jacks in them and some person, also known as me, rating them and how they're used in video games, give me a follow there.
All right, and Mario.
You can find me at Bias Gaming on Spotify and Facebook, and occasionally see me talking on Games I'm on Discord.
All right, and John, you don't have anything to plug, correct?
No.
All right, if you enjoyed this episode, there is over 850 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. We do a lot of shit. Definitely go check out our giant catalog. If you want to hear the rest of our RE episodes, you will see all that in the show notes. Also want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Fairy, and follow Bill Tucker, the Gamer Looks at 40. And also want to give a shout out to 3 of our Patreon backers. And you too could be one if you donate $1 to vote in our Patreon polls and $10 or more to get me to shout out your podcast or YouTube or whatever the hell is it you do. Every episode I create during that time, I create a fuck ton. So I want to go out to Phoebe, the Let's Play Princess on YouTube, and Nerds of Broadcast podcast. You will see a link in the show notes for that. Also, check out Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress. He talks about, and they're talking about, at this point, they're about to talk about the Alien movies, but they talk about all the MCU movies and MCU adjacent movies. So check out his podcast. Zach, he's on the show quite often. And also check out Conversations with Robbie Sherman, who's hosted by Robbie Sherman, who's also on this podcast from time to time. So go check out his content too. And you could join us too if you want to support the show. And also check out our Discord, where you can join for free. We're always having new people join us, lurk. If you want to be on the show, that's how you be on the show. I ask for openings all the time, and I'm willing to take, as long as you got a working microphone, and you got freaking earbuds, I'll make it work. I'm always happy to have new voices on the show and give people a chance to podcast for the first time and end up falling in love with the medium. Because I have definitely contributed to multiple people starting podcasts, which I'm very proud of, by the way. So check that out. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. It helps out the algorithm a lot. And people have been listening to me, actually, because on Spotify, since I started saying that, our reviews have actually went up. So if you listen to this on Spotify, give us a review. And if you haven't and you're on this podcast, rate us anyway on Spotify. So, all right, I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.